again, everybody, to my channel, Dave's New Life. Yeah, here is Dave when he was a teenager. As you see, traveling. He's mostly always alone, okay, because, his mom and dad got divorced. But, luckily, his mom's husband, died. So his mom, I guess, still there at least. His mom and dad are still around. As you see in the previous video, his mom and dad and her husband lived in the same house. So it kind of get him confused here from a childhood and a teenager. So his social life was really, really, really low. As you see, no matter how he tries to call people, he just couldn't get friends or a girl to marry one day in that time and as a teen. Okay? Yeah, and eventually he did meet Amy. Remember that story when she bought ice cream next to the house? Yeah, they did get married. But this is when he was a teen life, how hard he was. He was really close to his dad. You can see his mom and dad, they did get older. And basically it was just the three of them and their new robots that they got, of course, because, they just kept making more robots and selling them. That's the nice cute part that you can do. You can make robots and put some traits in them and, chip traits, and as better traits they are, and the more things they know, you can sell them really nice price, okay? Well, as you see here, he has like a little side job he has to work at. Okay, so he goes there and sometimes he watches movies when he was a kid, all alone, as you see. He watches the nice romance movies all alone, and he just goes back to bed, go to sleep. So basically, his teenage life was kind of a sad life, as you see. But, yeah, it kind of gets better and better, I guess, since he only has his mom and dad when he grows up. But, mostly, oh, there's somebody calling. Isn't he lucky? He went nuts when he found somebody that, called him or something. But he is a mean boy a long time ago. He's always angry. Yeah. But lately, after you saw him and Amy when they got married, this is him now big. They went to the future, if you remembered, and when they came back, Amy was disappeared. We couldn't see her. So we looked everywhere. We did not see her. She was trapped in the future world. Probably that's her. So when he came back, he even got abducted by aliens. He was that sad. His mom was so worried about him. But when he came back, he had an ice cream. And during that, he met a new girl. And her name is Melissa. She was very, very, very pretty. Okay? And she lived with them. She was so happy. She was smart, intelligent, and loved building robots, as you see. But she was really bad at cooking. She made a big fire, okay? But she's really good in building robots as her family, as Dave's family loves to, okay? Their major thing was building these robots. That's the whole goal. And so he met a girl who loves that too. And I'm showing you the house that they're living in right now that I've realized that needs to be a lot of changes in it, like the colors downstairs, the rooms, like that stairs under there that we can be using that is closed up. So I thought, since they have a lot of money, we have to even organize this house, even though they rarely live in here, because mostly they're living in the future home they own. So, yeah, I just wanted to show you a last look of it before I've changed it. Of course, it's not that much, but we changed the colors and built like another room. And here, as you see how open it is? I mean, I just didn't love it how she's sleeping in this bed, and I wanted her and Dave to be in one bed. But as I told you, Dave is really bad in relationships, so they did not get close. They did not get married. She was just living there as a friend. And I did not like the bed right there in the same room, so I had to make an extra room over there. And yeah, so the dad can have his own privacy. Well, here is Dave, of course, always busy on the computer, you know, the cool computer. And yeah, so busy that he forgets about eating a lot of times until he's really, really hungry. Okay? Yeah. And as you see, we have these two robots with us still. These are like the new ones we had that they made. Yeah. And they sure help a lot at the home, you know. One of them has the cleaning trait, and they both have the learning traits. They can both learn new things. So, yeah. It's, it just was weird. These two robots here always around. They're just standing there all the time, you know, like what they're waiting for. You know, they don't do things by themselves mostly. You know, you just have to boss them around to do things. Yeah. But if they do have the cleaning or something, you know, like a trait, they probably will be doing that. But here, it's nice to have them. At least they can help each other. They're tuning each other up. He's tuning his friend, as you see, how he is standing. It's kind of funny. What is that, like a dance? Yeah. Well, Dave's dad really liked this new girl, Melissa. Okay, you know, as she's really good at robots, so they had a lot in common to talk about. And she loved to read a lot too, as they did too. So, well, she was kind of a lonely girl too. So, her mom and dad are both dead. So, this family was like a really family for her, and she was so happy to be in it. Even though she's like a friend, they didn't have time to, you know, to get married, her and Dave. And as you see, this is the new room I built for Dad. I colored it different colors, but I tried to get him to use the shower and the toilet. It didn't work because it was too small, so I had to enlarge the room a little bit more, and we got it to fix. And here, as you see, Dave is reading, of course, about robots. You know, he has to learn more about robots. I love the little sitting room I made, and I put the TV right behind the stairs. At least we can use the stairs area. Okay, yeah. I love the color red. So, I mean, with the red and blue like that, I loved it. And as you see, the robot is cleaning. I mean, it's so nice to have them around. You don't need a housekeeper. Just make a robot, and he's forever there for you to help you out. And you just have to help them out and tuning them and making sure they get recharged so they don't shut off. Okay? Yeah. So he was friendly with his robots too, so. And he was really happy in his new room. And here Melissa is reading on her bed by herself, thinking what she can do. She wants to go to a journey to the future as well. It will be her first time to go, so she made arrangements and they went to the future world, and they all are here, luckily. Okay, as you see. Of course, sometimes I've realized when I keep going and coming back, the Sims, they get caught up in the middle. Like sometimes they stay in the future, or they're in the other world. And then when I get back to the other world, they're just disappeared. You can't see them again. I don't know how. Or here, Dave's dad and Melissa are having fun playing this ball game. As you see, she liked it already. She loved this world already, so. I really thought she was so pretty. I really wanted her to marry Dave and, you know, have kids and have a new history maybe for them. Not history, a future for them with these robots. But it's like the robots knew, okay, that these people won't have. I guess they knew Dave in his social life. So they picked at him. They're into something, as I said before, these robots. Yeah. And here Dave had a job, of course, in roboting. Of course, they didn't know what's going on, but. And these two are sleeping, enjoying their rest while Dave was working. And then she got to meet this blue man. I call him the blue future man. Yeah. And I love that robot, that yellow robot there. And here Dave, after work, he saw this cool telescope and looked through it during the daytime. Of course, during daytime, you see actually people. It's not the stars you can see because it's not at night. At nighttime, you see the stars, and at daytime, you get to see people from far away. Yeah. Which I remember from Sims 2, when they used to do that during daytime, people used to come and slap them because they used to see them from far away from the telescope. In the daytime, these Sims, suddenly you just see them right in front of your face and they slap them. It was so funny. But they don't do that here. And here is Melissa. It's her turn now to gather all the crystals and all the gems and, the things that we need, because she wants to look out that ship too. Okay, they already did that job, but now it's her turn. She loved the world too, so she's doing it. And I'm giving you a couple view of this world, the future world. It's a really big place, but what I was really sad that I've tried to, I've tried to play with other families, because there's a lot of families that I like to try and play with in this world, but I didn't know how and I couldn't. Well, it's like we have to just play with the family that we bought. I mean, I couldn't change to another family to play with. I'm like, what's worth it? We just go meet them. I guess we just can go meet them and meet the family of the family and everything. So, then I tried also to buy another house. I wanted them to buy a bigger house for themselves, instead of going room to room. And we did buy a house, as you see. And it turned out it was like way up in the hill. And also, it's like an old house. It was not a future house. I did not like it. I really did not like it. For this rich family, they needed a nice big house who looks like a future house. I mean, really. Okay. So this is what it looked like. I did not like it. We had like really little choices because there are so many families living in the nice big houses. So I went to edit the town, and I did get rid of a lot of families to leave some nice houses empty. Okay, as you see, look at the view from up high. I mean, they're living in this kind of house and they should be living in a nice future house. So I did edit like I told you, and after that I went and I purchased from the real estate, okay, and the travel, okay, then you can purchase a vacation, a future home. It's like a vacation. It's not a vacation. It's like actually a future home or something for vacation. Yeah, we purchased that. Of course, this is after they went back again to their home. Then I had to purchase. Yeah. And then you'll see soon, we purchased a really nice home. And here it is. Look how big it is. How big it is. Yes. It's wonderful. It's perfect. It's a big, nice, wide home for this nice rich family that basically is only Dave and his dad and Melissa and the robots. Yeah, but it's really nice. So this is of course before I did some decorations and colored the floors, the things. I wanted to have a roommate to share the price, for paying for the place. But I guess I couldn't get that. I guess we can only have roommates only when we're living in an apartment, I think. I'm not for sure if we can, if in our own house. Well, in this vacation home, in the future, I couldn't. I tried on the phone, I tried on the computer. I couldn't find the option that we can get a roommate. I wanted that red room on the left to be a roommate room that we can, get more money for the house. But it didn't work. So I've changed the colors, the tiles, to make it more seeable. I like colors in the house more. And I added some things outside here, okay, for them to have fun, like the grill, that game table, okay. As you see, the stairs is like it's going through up there. And this was downstairs, the kitchen, and the living room, as you see. So it was really nice. I was happy of the pick. I really loved the little living room area here. And here is Melissa taking a nap in that cafeteria in the desert after the hot weather, the hard walk. Okay, so many walks looking for all these gems and all these things. And she made herself some food. I am so happy that there's a grill there that they can at least eat. But too bad there's only 2 recipes she can do. Maybe because she's really low on cooking. She's really bad at cooking, as I said. Yeah. But why not hot dogs? So basically, she was always busy doing this robot things too and making another robots. So she was trying to find some time to talk and chat with Dave, as you see now. But there was no choice that I can, flirt with him. There's no choice from the choices. It's like only friendly and chatting. They couldn't flirt. I didn't understand why. I mean, they're not family of anyhow. I didn't know why they couldn't flirt. Even though he's old and she's still an adult, I thought we could. But here they couldn't. She visited the grave in the future world, in which I thought it was really beautiful. How, the stones, each section was like a different stone. Each, they have like their names on it. That was kind of cute. I was like curious about that, like why there's like different stones, the different looks. I'm sure there's a meaning for that. Like, why are these small? They look different, and there's other kinds. Is it the importance of the people, or, of the richness of the people? Maybe, probably. I didn't know from the game, but I just thought to show you how they're different, and I love them because they're colorful. This is so pretty. It's really pretty. I mean, to have these stones there. And of course, this building here, you can go inside and explore it. Yeah, and you can get burned, or you can, as she did, or you can, find things maybe. Yeah. Of course, I did let Melissa come here and look it up, and she did get burned, as you see. And it was raining and cold. So she was like saying her sorries to all these dead people, taking turns. I got so worried because she got so cold and she got frightened from all these ghosts that she saw. Well, that one came up. And from crying a lot, and she got too cold, she froze. See how color changed she became, and she just fell on the floor. I was like worried that also Melissa's gonna die and we're gonna lose her too, like we lost Amy. So I've let Dave came over and he just left. I wanted him to defrost her, but he just left. And I waited a while to see what happens. But thankfully, she got up. Thankfully. I don't know how. I guess, the heat of the body, she got up and went back home. She also got electrocuted, as you see, from the lighting. But still alive. She's a strong girl. Thankfully. And here we invited some people, some friends over for her party because her birthday is coming up. She's going to be an old lady. Yes, but I forgot how to buy a cake. Really. Sims 3, I forgot how. It's not like Sims 4 where I think you make it, and Sims 3 I had to look for it. I had a hard time looking for it, which these guests didn't get to see Melissa blow her candle. But they had their fun time and meeting all these people and had a lot of food to eat. And we bought the cake after they all left. But she grew up before she blew her candles. That was funny. So I had to resell the cake because we couldn't use it because she already grew up. We didn't have anybody in the house that can use it. So I resold the cake and she grew up without a cake. But she had like lots of nice nummy food to eat. Sweets too, and other kind of cakes. So she ate that instead. So as you see, Melissa grew up, okay, and tried to flirt with Dave. Maybe when they're grown up, they can be married or something. But no, it didn't work. I didn't see the choice to flirt, or anything like that, just friends. So then she was not meant to be, I guess, for Dave. I guess Dave was not meant to have a sweet wife to live with. So basically, she kept herself busy collecting all these nice future little robots, these tiny little robots. And she is here enjoying some cherries that she is grilling. It's a really nice sitting area. And she saw a snake. She saw a red snake that was so interesting, and I had to take a video of it, and she collected it and saved it. Yeah, and this snake lived with us for such a while. I didn't sell him. And also the robots loved him too. Too bad they don't bite. It would be cool if, they would bite you or something. It would be harder to catch, but it's nice that we got them too, that we can catch these creatures and we can save them. I really love that. And here she is enjoying her time playing with the snake. Funny, huh? She never touched a snake in her whole life, and the first time she caught it and she can play with it. And here we saw squirrels. It's my first time seeing this much squirrels in this Sims game. And we saw so many. As you see, if you can look at it, like 1 here, 2, 3, 4, 5. There was like 5 squirrels running around, which I had to let them very fast come and catch all of them. We will keep one, and the rest we're going to sell, of course, as you see. So we did actually, I think we kept 2 because they're different kinds, so I did keep 2, and the other ones I sold. So that was nice. That during that time, she also saw these nice little animals. And then here, she went to go on the train, and it was winter. I was amazed. It was my first time seeing winter in the future world. I didn't know that even in the future world, you can see the winter and you can see the seasons. And I love this train, how it's flying in the air. It's so cool. At least, we can ride them. It was so cool. And then she's in a different area. Look at the snow. Oh, Lord, isn't that cool? I wish they would add up like something maybe for Sims 4, maybe, I don't know. That we can, go snowboarding, they call it, I think. Like on the mountains, you go and you play on the snow. Wouldn't that be fun? Sims 3, we do have a snowboarding. They have like a little thing that you go on and you snowboarding on it. But it'll be much cooler if it's on the mountain, I think. So, EA, please put that out. That'll be so cool. And here, as you see, she came to this little cafeteria here in this little area, and we saw this big garbage. And I thought, why not? We can go look for things inside this garbage. Since now Sims 4, the eco lifestyle is coming out soon in June. Okay, I thought let's experience it in Sims 3, which I never had. I never did this in Sims 3, so I thought it was so funny. So we actually had this in Sims 3 to go through the garbage like that. How her legs are like way up, and I thought it was so funny. I just had to take this. She did find like a desk. It was so cool. She found a desk and she found something else, which I kind of forgot. Which, of course, I sold them. I didn't keep them because they already had nice things. They don't need them, so we got used to the money. I just loved how her whole body's in this thing. Her half a body. It was so funny. And would you do that? Not me. I would never put my whole body in the garbage. Hopefully, we never have to. And God help you, other people. And here, this robot, as I said, he's a cleaner, so he even, put all these leaves together to make it look nice, and then we have to burn them so they disappear, or they'll just stay on the ground. Yeah, as you see all the leaves on the floor, he puts them together, then they become a pile, and you burn them, and they're just, poof, not there. And after that, we saw a cute, rare squirrel that it was so pretty and brown. I really love this one. So yes, we did catch it, and we kept it. And here, Melissa made another robot. So yeah, she couldn't get married. So they just kept making robots. So the robots have a goal. Well, so that was her robot. And here she's making another robot. And we just made 2. And then after she made them, she put traits in them, and she went to this bot building, and then there she sold them for a very nice price. They gave her like 2,000 something. It was so nice. And I thought, since it's really snowing in this world, it's so beautiful, and these big lakes here are full of ice. So we brought Dave's dad here to go skating. And he was so pleased and so happy to go skating. It was so nice and a wide place. So we brought the whole family here to go skating. Yeah. I just thought it was so wonderful. If you don't have a place to go skating, you just can go on the lake there. It's so cool. And it was cute how they turn around too by themselves. She would hold Dave's hand and they would turn around. Even the robots tried it. It was so cute. It was so beautiful in the winter, I thought. All the snow everywhere. It's wonderful. And finally, Melissa opened this ship and she got to see this volcano. Huge picture. Yeah. So she sat there and looked at it for a while and was happy she achieved this goal. So she did too. And she collected all these, I guess, rare things, these little rare items here that was like on these stands. And here, Dave, the goal was he was kind of worried that his dad was almost gonna die because he was like really old. So he wanted to paint a picture of him, but unfortunately he was not that great in painting, so we didn't have that choice to paint somebody. So he had to practice painting till he becomes really great at it, and then maybe he can paint his dad, okay? Which would be really cool to have a painting of him for memories. And then she thought that it had to go back home. It was time to go home. And Melissa said, let's go home. But the sad part was when they came back home, Melissa was not there. She was disappeared. And also one robot. There was a robot that was like in the ocean. He couldn't get out of the ocean. I couldn't bring him back home. So I didn't know what to do. And I could see Melissa in the future world. I mean, I saw her picture when she was young in the where the phone is, you know, where you can chat with somebody in the phone, and I can see her picture while she was young and blonde. I was surprised. I tried to talk to her, but I guess I tried to let her come visit us, but it told us that you don't have that much relationships with her. I was kind of surprised. And here, as you see, Dave's dad was laying down on the bed in a weird way. As you see, look at his legs, and his hands are like stuck to the bed. I tried to get him off the bed and I couldn't. I thought he's going to die, but he didn't die. And I was really worried, like he was just stuck there. He couldn't get out. So I thought, okay, I went to edit the townhouse and I edited it. So I took the dad and the robot that was stuck in the ocean and I moved them to a different house. That was the only way I can, reset everything. So thankfully, we brought them back home and dad is safe. He's not dead. And the robot too. So safely, they're back home safely. And again, I let them travel back to the future home. So maybe we can see Melissa. Maybe she's still there, even though she's young. I don't know. Because you saw her, she got old. So we did go back. All of us were safe. Okay. Nobody disappeared from this trip. I guess sometimes people they disappear when you go from world to world. But here, luckily, nobody did. But we did not see Melissa. Still, I did not see Melissa in this world, so she probably disappeared somewhere during the transformation from world to world. If anybody had had this happen to them, I mean, leave a link and tell me. You guys know why this happens? Is it normal? Okay? Or is it something that goes with the game? Well, here, I guess it's just Dave and his dad and the robots. And they're enjoying their last times together because his dad he's really old. He is a really old man. He is, I'll tell you how old he is. 147 years old. 147 years old. That's how old is his dad. And Dave is 126 years old. Dave is 126 years old and they're still alive. They're living that long. Amazed. And so I just had to let them spend so much time together, I guess, before they die. And as you see, the robots, we had more robots. So I think they're chatting there. They have their own goals. I guess they want to, have their own goals and live here in the house. And eventually, who knows what they're going to be up to. Even the robot came and joined him to play and made a snowman. I thought it was so interesting. They go and make a snowman, these robots. And the more interesting thing is the snowman won't look like the normal snowman. It's really interesting. They color it. They will color the snowman and you guys think it'll look like. Have you guys ever tried this? Letting robots build a snowman? Look. It's green. It looks like an alien. Why would Robots build an alien snowman. Isn't that freaky? Here, Dad, trying to write his story. Yeah, he's writing a story. He's writing a book about his story. At least there's this nice book that others can read when he dies. I'm gonna have to somehow maybe save it. I don't know how, but I have to somehow save that book. And here he's chatting with this blue guy man again, and they're going back to this new world again. Yep. They were surprised that they lost Melissa. They were really surprised, but yeah, they wanted to come see this nice new world before he dies, you know, like the last time, you know, because he's really soon might die anytime, any day, you never know. So he had to come see this beautiful world that he's going to miss before he dies. Yeah. See how white it is? Still pretty, huh? And here's the cafeteria. It's an open cafeteria. It's kind of cool how they build this. And this robot is playing this music. He is happy because he knows soon they'll be all alone. Just these robots. What a betrayer. Maybe the robots are trying to go to that world, and maybe I don't know. You know the movies. And here he's building an igloo. It was cool. I mean, it's so nice to have them because they just keep building things, you know. They don't get tired. They just need to get recharged. And they just need two needs. That's the cool thing about the robots. The only two needs they need is recharge and tune up. That's it. And they can do different things for you if you get the traits in them right. So he built it. And of course, he can't sleep. He doesn't need to sleep. He just can relax. I let him relax for a while. Yeah. And here he went to learn. Yep. I let him go learn. They're becoming smart and learning things. The whole robot families are learning while Dave's dad is still writing his story that took him so long to write. As you see. And soon I will be uploading the next video of this family, and we will know what these robots are up to. Okay, and as you see, he's still chatting this robot here while Dave's dad is sleeping. So yeah, they're definitely up to something. Okay, so please keep tuned and give a thumb up. I hope you guys liked it, and you see us next time with the next video and see what happens to Dave and his dad and these three robots. And as you see, it's basically these robots, so I have to see what's up to. And now I'm going to show you this robot fisher that loves to fish. I mean, he goes and catches fishes, but he doesn't eat them. But he has the fishing trait chip, and you can go fishing. Yeah, I guess we just sell them. And I like to show you the beautiful snow in the end of the video. So I thank you guys for watching and enjoy.